Did you know that 1 in every 3 mouthfuls of food that we enjoy is the result of the hard work of bees? You see, bees are the great pollinator on the planet. Without them, our planet would look completely different. Now, sadly, bees are endangered across the planet. The overall populations have been declining in Europe and North America for some period of time due to agricultural practices and also pests and diseases. Thankfully, here in Australia, we have the perfect environment for bees to thrive. There's a huge trend of people setting up homes for bees in their own backyards, and it's delivering results for healthy bee populations in and around our cities, delivering Delish honey and encouraging pollination of edible plants, increasing and improving crops. In fact, there's even restaurants like Aim & Sullivan and Scott Bridges Bib and Tucker which have beehives on their roof, and their honey is unique. My honey is light and floral when harvested after spring wildflower flushes. But in the peak of summer, when the marri trees with their rich red gum are foraged, the honey is completely different. It's a rich, deep red and much more intense flavour. So how do you attract more bees into your backyard if you can't put a hive into it? Well, the simplest thing to do is to make sure that you've got a good food source for them. Remember, there'll be wild hives and there'll be other hives in the neighbourhood, and bees travel up to 5 kilometres from the hive looking for food. So planting flowering plants out that produce flowers all through the year will attract bees into your garden on a regular basis. And if you've got a veggie patch like this, which is all about producing green foliage, you might want to be bringing some bees in by putting the odd row of flowering plants, like this bergamot, which makes wonderful tea, but produces these beautiful flowers, which are a wonderful food source for bees. If you want to have a hive of your own and you live in WA, you need to make sure you get the right advice. And the West Australian Apiarist Society should be your first stop. If you don't have a place for a hive at home, don't despair. There's some great ways that you can still get local honey, like the Postcode Honey Company, where hives in localities are harvested and that honey is labelled and sold in the area's local retailers with the area's postcode stamped on it. Now, if you're one of those people that suffer from hay fever, then having fresh honey from your own bees is a terrific way to go. And the reason for that is the bees are active in the area where you live. And what they're doing is collecting the pollen. So the pollen goes up to make the honey, you consume the honey, and you slowly build up this resistance and tolerance to those pollen allergies. It's such a great way to get over things like hay fever. Now, this is just another reason why you should be thinking about having bees at home.